Madam Toastmaster, Constantinidou here, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. You may be wondering why I brought this construction hat with me today, and what this construction hat has to do with being a mother. Well, a couple knows that they're having a baby, but they don't realize they're having a baby until the mother's belly becomes like this. And like I was, feeling very heavy, walking like a boat, feeling like a balloon, having all those nausea effects, yawning and groaning, and the husband always trying to be calm and patient until you eventually give birth. And then everything is back to normal, you think. Being a mother. I am a mother of a 16-year-old boy. His name is Everbidis. You may remember this from my first speech when I was talking about the trains. Life is through very different stages. Your baby is small. You hold it in your arms, and you know that you will be responsible for this little boy for the rest of your life. And then, from a baby, it becomes a toddler, a boy, a teenager, a man. I was shocked last year when I received a paper from the army telling me that my son would be enlisted next year. Wow! I have a son ready to go to the army? He was a little boy just a few years ago. Having a child gives you moments of happiness, of sadness, of joy, of anger, of laughter, of tear, of pride, of despair. I have numerous stories to tell you tonight about motherhood. I'm sure most of you will relate to those. However, I will share just a few to make my point. Everbidis was 3 years old when there was a problem with his health, and we had to have an operation. We had to go to the clinic, and thank God he didn't realize what the clinic was all about. He didn't know who the doctors were, nor the nurses. All he knew was that he was holding his mom's hand all the time, and he knew everything would be okay, because mother, little mommy, would be there. And I was there all the time until he had to go into the operating room, and I had to let go. And he screamed, "Mom, I need you! Mom, where are you?" But I couldn't go in. I had to stay outside and wait. And the seconds were like hours. The minutes were like years. The hours were like centuries, until the doctor came out of that operating room. I was anxious. I was restless. I was praying all the time to pray and see what's happening with my son. My son came out with all these tubes around him, trying to get them out of his body, but we shouldn't get them out of his body. I faint when I see blood, but I had to be there and see my son bleeding. Everything was okay in the end, thank God, and thanks to my doctor. Everything was okay, and after 3 months, I saw my son on the stage at a school play, being a little cook. So he would go about and sing like a little cook, or dance like a little cook, say a poem like a little cook. And I knew everything was okay. And at night, when it was our time together, after everyone else was away, we would say our stories, we would say how our day was. That was the sweetest kiss. That was the warmest hug from my son. Because no matter what, being a mother is not about giving up to have a child. It's about what you have gained from having a child. And I'm sharing all this to you because having a child It's about feelings. About all these feelings I told you. And it's Friday night. We drank our wine. Why don't you go home, some of you, and have more children? Why don't you tell your friends to have more children? Or your families, or your brothers or your sisters? We need a world with younger people, with laughter and with cheer. Toastmaster?